Good day to you, ladies and gents. My name is Dr. Lafitte, and I welcome you to the 125th anniversary of the gunfight at OK Corral.
You go to any place in the world where there's a crowd of people, and you can mention Tombstone, OK Corral, or Holiday, somebody in that crowd will know what you're talking about.
Don't shoot, Billy! Don't shoot! Boys, come here! Get away! Get away! Sidearms of any sort, whether replica or not. Do we understand? You betcha! Do you all have your badges? Yeah! What do you mean, no?
Well, I just come here to see the gringos shoot each other. There we go. There we go.
You couldn't see because of the hats.
This is the greatest party in the greatest town in the greatest state of Arizona.
I'm Terry Ike Clanton, and I'm here having a good time. I'd like to thank Michael Hickey and Jim Clark and Ben Trawick and everybody for having me down here. This is a very special occasion to come down here in the family's honor.
Great. Anytime you can celebrate history is great. Without history, you got no future.
Pleasure to come here.
And an honor.
And I think it's a lot of fun. We've had a great time. We've been here before. We'll come again.
We love it. It's wonderful. We come here all the time. We love Tombstone.
We want to keep history alive. That's why we came down here. So we love it. It's just too much fun.
Be a part of reliving that history. We're both cowboy shooters, so you know it's fun to see where it really happened, and as close to historically accurate as I guess we can get, and just having a good time.
Woohoo! Woohoo! I'm falling over.
It was great. I loved it. I hope to be here for the 150th. Of course, I won't be a participant, but I may be here.
Yeah, the 125th was a nice event today. And all you lawbreakers out there, when you come to Tombstone, you're going to get arrested.
On the eastern slope of the San Pedro Valley, where the Mule and Dragoon Mountains meet, Ed Shefflin prospected Apache country in the sweat of the desert heat. He was told all he'd find is his grave in that quiet redskin land. But with watchful eye and hopes running high, his shovel went deep in the sand. As he scraped at her bow, he could hear the coyotes howl and smell the redskin smoke. The sun blistered his hide and he damn near cried when he decided to go for broke. Well, he made the strike, the which alike did equal all his pain. In those months of digging around, he finally found a solid silver vein. Well, he thought for a while, then he said with a smile, as he came up with a name, might well have been my own, so I'll call her Tombstone, and hereby stake my claim.
This man has probably had 400 to 500 TV shows to his credit. Every Western that was ever done on TV, not to mention features galore. This is my good friend Greg Power.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Good evening, folks. I can't tell you how happy and elated I was when Jim called me to invite me to come down here for the 125th shootout here at the OK Corral. I've been here 4 times and I've enjoyed myself immensely each and every time. Met a lot of wonderful people. And I don't mind telling you, I turned down 2 jobs just so I could be here tonight with all you nice people. Thank you. Yeah, I was going to paint the kitchen. I turned that job down. I had some plumbing stuff to do. I turned that job down. Hey, I've been known to kid around a little bit, but I'm not going to stand up here and tell you a lot of jokes, but there is one I think you might enjoy. It's about a fellow in a taxi cab. And he's on his way home, and all of a sudden he decides that he needs something for breakfast. So He wants to tell the cab driver to stop and get some milk and cereal and so forth. He reaches over and he taps him on the shoulder to get his attention. When he does that, the cab driver goes, "Ah!" and the wheels go like this and he ends up in the ditch. He gets out of the cab and he walks over to the cab driver. He says, "What the hell happened?" He says, "You scared the hell out of me, that's what happened." He said, "What do you mean, scared the hell out of you? All I did was reach over and tap you on the shoulder." He said, "Yeah, I know." He says, "But let me tell you something. See, this is my first day driving a taxi cab. And for the past 20 years, I drove a hearse."
Mr. Marty Coe. Come on up, my friend.
Yeah. You get an introduction like that, you think I eat children. It's a great pleasure to be here. I always like coming here, and I brought my son Jesse. Jesse, come on up over here. Jesse came here in the first film festival that you all had, 2001. Yes. So Jesse was here in 2001. He was really little, and I wanted him to come back on the 125th because there's only one 125th. I just rang my hat back, and he's here, and he loves his town, and we buy land here, but I'm always afraid that I'm going to uncover in the excavation, skulls, rusted Winchesters, epitaphs of people that, special wills and, God knows what else. But I love Tombstone, and it's a pleasure to be here, and, everybody come up and say hello and meet my son. He's a true cowboy at heart as well. Both of us are die-hard gunfighters.
Wretched slugs! Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood? I'm going to kill me a gringo today!
Marshal! That Arante was in my saloon, threatened me with a pistol, cut up a man in there, and stole another bottle of tequila!
I'll take care of this! Get on in there, woman! Arante! Turn around, you low-down, drunken border trash!
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you! Barkeep said you stole that bottle of tequila! Not with the likes of you! She also told me you cut a man up in there and tore that saloon apart last night.
Say!
That's against the law, Tombstone! You're under arrest. You're going to my jail. Now real slow and easy like. I want that smoke wagon, and I want it backstrapped first.
You! What, my pistola?
Give it to me!
And kill me a gringo today! And I don't going to you stinking jail!
Now, despite how drunk Arante was, that shot caught Kid Phillips in the shoulder, glanced off the bone and exited out his windpipe. He was dead in 20 minutes. But Filomeno Arante, he was the unluckiest of them all. That shot caught him at the juncture of the thigh and the groin. Once deep, hit the hip bone, causing it to shatter. It took Arante 4 agonizing days to die. But he did have one consolation. He didn't have to go to that stinking jail.
I'd like to welcome you all to the world-famous Birdcage Theater, also known as the Birdcage Opera House Saloon. Now, this was just a fancy way in the 1880s of describing a combination gambling hall, opera house, saloon, and house of negotiable affections. The Birdcage Theater first opened its doors December 26, 1881, and they remained open 24 hours a day for 9 years. Now, during that time period, 16 gun and knife fights occurred here. 26 men and 1 woman that we're aware of passed on here in our building, and there are over 140 bullet holes throughout, and I'd be more than happy to show you the few that we have in this small portion of the building. Right here in the vertical post to the bar, that hole was made by a .45, and the slug still remains in there to this day. Directly above me, between the lamp and the fan, That much smaller hole up there was made by a .32. Now over here in our human fly show build, lower left-hand corner, 18 inches up from the bottom, that is a ricochet from a .45. And the last bullet hole I'd like to show y'all is to the right of the large painting, right above the Lyman Twins poster in the green plaster wall. And that hole was made by a .44, and the slug still remains in there as well. Now Fatima in that large painting was a belly dancer who performed for her first time right here on our stage in 1881. She went on to tour Europe and became very well known as Little Egypt. She had that painting made as a gift of appreciation to the Birdcage Theater in San Francisco in 1882, and it's hung on our walls ever since. Unfortunately, when our cowboys and miners got liquored up and crazy in here, they'd used poor Fatima as target practice. So as you can see throughout her canvas, she has 6 patched bullet holes, a large knife slash below her knee, and she does appear to have 2 belly buttons, but that's just one of her bullet holes. The staircase to the left of Miss Fatima was the only way that the cowboy soldiers and miners could get on up them stairs to see the fallen flowers in our 14 private birdcage cribs that overhang the casino floor. There are 7 cribs on each side of the building, and as I said, they got up to them by the use of that narrow staircase and back and forth between them by the use of this overhead bridge, appropriately called a catwalk. And they needed to have their drinks while they was up there somehow, so they used this rope-operated dumbwaiter down here at the end of the bar, and that's how the barkeep sent the drinks on up to the Tainted Angels and their male companions. Our bar and back bar are original, the only bar and back bar in all of Tombstone, in its original building and right where the owners at the time stuck it over 100 years ago. It was made out of cherry wood in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, shipped around the Horn of South America to a port in San Francisco, and then wagon trained all the way back here to Tombstone. Now it took them 6 months to get this bar here because the railroad would not insure the mirrors in the back bar, which are also still the originals. Light fixtures throughout the building are as well original from 1881. They were converted over from natural gas to electricity in 1934. And before 1934, the partitions upper and lower behind the catwalk were non-existent. So if we were standing out here in the 1880s, we'd be able to see all the way back to the main stage because this is only 8% of our building. Highlights of this wonderful building include the gambling casino with its dice, blackjack, and faro table. Doc Holliday did Del Faro here from time to time. And up towards our stage in the orchestra pit still sits the original massive grand piano. And on our backstage, you'll find many photos of all the famous people from the late 1880s that performed right here at the Birdcage, as well as Tombstone's most valuable antique, the Black Mariah.
Damn it, woman, go!
Come on, mi amor. Let's go up to my quarto and play. Spend some of that money on margarita.
Margarita!
No, go!
You Mexican Jezebel, you get away from him! Billy, you promised!
You stupida! You know nada! This is our businesses, you see! I love this man one time tonight!
You just stay away from me! You stay away from him! Don't you push me!
There's no need. This woman is dead.
Billy!
What's all the racket?
Gold Dollar just killed Margarita.
I'm afraid you're under arrest, Gold Dollar. Come with me.
I'm calling you out. I'm gonna kill you.
Are you talking to me, Charlie? I've had enough of your mouth. Jerk that pistol and get to work. Hold on there, Luke. We don't need no killing here today. I'll take care of Charlie. You take care of him, Beth. Get him out of my sight. Come on, get him out of here. We don't need no trouble here. Wait, you're going to sneak off. I want to see someone in here. You take care of him, Beth.
He's all right. He's going to sleep it off.
There won't be enough of him. I know. He's just like
Hard cards falling for you.
Well, it was going good until he showed up.
I know.
Get out of my way.
You're going to hell. Charlie, you'll be sleeping in Boot Hill tonight. Looks like I bet quite the Undertaker.
Luke Short went back to his game in the Oriel Saloon. Charlie Storm went to eternal rest in Boot Hill.
Right, Leslie! You coward! You shot my friend! Where are you at, coward? I'm looking for you!
What you got to say?
You shot Johnny Ringo! He was my friend!
Don't be coming in here accusing me of nothing.
I'm gonna kill you now!
Oh, go on. Let me buy you a drink.
I don't want your stinking drink, you coward!
You can't even stand up.
Shut up!
Go home, boy.
You shot my friend!
No.
Draw your pistol!
Don't be accusing me.
Draw your pistol!
I'm about ready to throw you out of
Throw
this
me out and
car.
I'll shoot you!
Hey, get out of here before I whoop you!
Get out of the road, Berkey.
Bring Leslie! Meet your maker! This is for my buddy Johnny!
I ain't got time for this nonsense.
You coward! Come out and fight me like a man! You sissy!
I'm done with you, kid. What you got? You got anything? Huh? Is that all you got? One more for you, too.
That's just about how fast it happened, folks. East High Gunfighters, Base, Arizona. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
My goodness!
You shot a man. He's going to jail.
I did not! I was squirrel! Hey, you're gonna lose! I was squirrel! Thank you! I'm telling you, I was squirrel hunting! Hey, look at this squirrel! Big bushy mustache, big buck teeth. Hey, like you! You're like it's not walrus season! Call my mommy!
I'm your Huckleberry.
This is an opera. With your bad lung, you could never reach the notes.
I'm not so sick as I made out.
Can you play an Englishman? A man of the sea?
How about a pirate?
No, Doc, there are no pirates in this show.
Today, a lot of pirates.
Are you sure you can do it, Doc?
Let me put it this way, dog. What choice have you got?
I guess you're right. Go and get your costume on, and there's a script downstairs. Do not change a word.
Oh, don't worry, darling. I wouldn't dream of changing the word of your little opera. Hey, girl, want to play pirate?
I am the captain of the Pinafore. And I'm the captain too. You're very, very good, and be it understood, your commander, right good crew.
We're very, very good, and be it understood, she commands a right good crew.
Clap the air with joy, elated, rend the songs the air above, for the Union laws are made it with the man who loves her.